Hey, what's up guys, TechTime here, and this is the smartphone of the year according to MKBHD. So this is the iPhone 17 in this sort of teal color, and basically I've used this phone for a while and I really took it through its paces and tested it out the best of my ability, and it was controversially named phone of the year. Now, some people may like that idea, some people may hate it. I'm here to tell you that it's definitely one of the best base models that Apple has ever made. And I know that technically they say that this is the best version of any phone that they make every single year, but the reason this is sort of the best base model is because it takes a lot of pro features and puts it in sort of a non-pro device. Let's have a conversation about it and see if it actually can make sense to you guys. So basically the iPhone 17 borrows the same display technology from its kind of bigger Pro brother. So you get a 120Hz display, a thinner bezels than the previous generation, and I know that 120Hz kind of sounds like something that should have been done a long time ago, but Apple just decided to do it this year. And essentially, you end up with such a really nice display. Now, they don't have a 17 Plus this year. However, the standard 17 did get a sort of a display raise to 6.3 inches instead of 6.1. Basically, the dimensions of the phone itself kind of are the same. They just thinned out the bezels so much that it went from a 6.1 to a 6.3 inch display. And it has the same water resistance technology that is found on the 17 Pro and the 17 Pro Max. Now, the battery life on here has also been improved from the base 16 from the previous generation, which means that you get a better value for the device. Now, the starting price for this phone is $829. Keep in mind that the starting price for something like the iPhone 16 is kind of $100 cheaper at $729 or $699 if you want to buy it unlocked, I guess. The thing though is that the base model of the iPhone 16 starts at 128 gig, whereas the base model iPhone 17 starts at 256 gigabytes. So are you really saving $100 by going with the 16? I think that that would not be sort of a smart transaction. So while it's not sort of a perfect device, it does check a lot of boxes when it comes to a really good smartphone. Display is the first, and it gets really bright outdoors, so you shouldn't have an issue. It's way better than the previous generation. Now, the design, some may argue, is sort of a boring, kind of a S-tier design, meaning that, remember how Apple used to do like the 6, 6S, and 4, 4S, things like that. This seems like sort of a 16S, but on steroids, because they did improve it quite a bit. And you still get this sort of a camera control button that I technically don't even use anymore. I mean, it's just there. So from a camera perspective, it did receive a kind of welcome improvement. So you get a dual 48 megapixel with the kind of main sensor is the same as the ultra-wide sensor for a better ultra-wide photos. And even the selfie camera itself did receive a very welcomed improvements. So you get this sort of a square shot that allows you to see basically your whole kind of wider angle field of view without turning your phone. So that's something that you have to give a thumbs up to Apple, and they also have it on the Pro models, of course. So definitely a lot of technology and a lot of work went into making such a really good base model. Now, is this phone of the year? I don't know. It's a very nice improvement from Apple, but I can't say that it's phone of the year. And this is coming from someone that basically reviews budget phones mainly, more than I do flagships. So, with that being said, I am working on a full dedicated sort of a Smartphone Awards budget edition. I will include the iPhone 17, even though it's not sort of a budget phone, but it is a base model, and I will include it in sort of my final list of the budget phones, but it's not going to win Smartphone of the Year award in my video. So stay tuned for that. I hope that it will be worth your while. With that being said, I do want to thank you all so much for watching. This is sort of a revisited slash kind of another second look at the iPhone 17. So let me know what you guys think. Would you buy this in 2025 moving on to 2026, or would you skip it and do something else? So let's put the phone down. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate you all, and I will definitely catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.